military said the boys had been throwing firebombs at the guard post in the city of Tulkarm, and Israeli forces had opened fire. 3 days of protests, marked by clashes, have been held since the death of a jailed Palestinian militant on Tuesday. Palestinians are angry over what they say is the failure of the Israeli government to provide adequate medical treatment to Abu Hamdiyeh, who died from cancer. He was serving a life sentence for a failed bomb attack on a cafe in Jerusalem in 2002. North Korea is threatening to close the Kaesong industrial zone 2 days after blockading the site. More than 800 South Korean managers were allowed to leave the zone. Others stayed behind to keep their factories running. Kaesong is home to 123 South Korean businesses, which employ 53,000 North Koreans. The situation on the Korean peninsula continues to escalate. South Korean media, quoting government sources on Thursday, said the North had started to move mid-range missiles to its eastern coast. 3.5 months after the massacre of 26 people, including 20 children at a primary school in Newtown, Connecticut, the State Assembly voted Wednesday in favor of tougher gun laws. Meanwhile, President Obama was in Denver to drum up support for stricter gun control legislation. Critics say that the bills now being debated in Congress lack bite. The new law in Connecticut makes background checks on gun buyers obligatory, bans a wide variety of assault weapons, as well as high-capacity magazines. Anti-gun campaigners say the new law is the most comprehensive ever adopted in the United States.
Most observers say it will be years before North Korea can put a nuclear head on a missile, but the Pentagon is now taking the latest waves of threats from Kim Jong-un seriously. The United States is now sending a missile defense system to its base in Guam, 2,000 miles east of the Korean peninsula. CNN's Barbara Starr brings us up to speed with those developments.
Korea's threat to attack the U.S. with what it calls cutting-edge, smaller, lighter, and diversified nuclear strike means.
And some of the actions they've taken over the last few weeks present a real and clear danger and threat to the interests, certainly, of our allies, starting with South Korea and Japan, and also the threats that the North Koreans have leveled directly at the United States regarding our base in Guam.
The Pentagon is now sending this missile defense system to that base in Guam, 2,000 miles east of the Korean peninsula. North Korea may not be able to attack the U.S. with a nuclear-tipped missile, but it can reach 28,000 U.S. troops in South Korea. So far, U.S. intelligence satellites have not picked up any unusual troop movements by the North. But one very real concern, North Korea's mobile ballistic missiles. They can instantly launch with no advance warning. Joseph Detrani, a U.S. intelligence expert on North Korea, says this time the talk of war is worrisome.
But they must realize now they've gone beyond the pale by threatening the United States with a preemptive nuclear strike.
Detrani says Kim Jong-un may be listening to hardliners telling him to escalate tensions in hopes of then getting concessions on sanctions.
And I think Kim Jong-un is listening to people who are giving him some very bad advice.
The fundamental problem remains lack of intelligence. The U.S. simply doesn't know how close North Korea is to a nuclear warhead and being able to put that nuclear warhead on top of a missile. If they can do that and they can deliver that weapon to a target, that changes everything. Barbara Starr, CNN, the Pentagon.
And before we end this edition of news, a reminder of our headlines. The President, His Excellency, Sheikh Professor Haji Dr. Yahya Jammeh, has underscored the importance of local government elections on a day when Gambians went to the polls to elect ward councillors and mayors. The United States is preparing to send a missile defense system to one of its bases 2,000 miles east of the North Korean peninsula in face of growing threats from Pyongyang. And tightening the news on Al-Qaeda-linked groups, the United Nations is poised to deploy more than 11,000 peacekeeping troops in northern Mali as soldiers in the West African country undergo rigorous military drills from European instructors. And the Connecticut Senate has voted in favor of tougher gun laws August, 3 months since the massacre of 26 people at an elementary school in Newtown, Connecticut. That's all in this edition of the news. Thanks for watching. Election Night Live is next.
Getting frustrated with your mobile internet? With QCell's fast, reliable and affordable 3G internet, you can use the internet the way you want, when you want and wherever you want at unmatched speeds. You can have access to all your favorite sites and applications like WhatsApp, Skype, Facebook and Twitter. With QCell, you can stream videos and download the content you want effortlessly. QCell Mobile Internet. Stay connected.
It's the Fatu Show again, back to school kids party. It's fun, and more fun. Family time with the kids at their favorite location, Dream Park. Saturday, 6 April 2013, 3 p.m. prompt. This time, more games, rides, comic hosting, and face painting. And your favorite artists.
That's right, G the Sensation, Broke Aturinka, Chelimadi the Voice, and Manding Mori the Manding Warrior. $250 fee for the kids comes with a free drink and a free ticket for escorts.
Any extra adult pays only $150.
A day for our kids, a day with the family, a day with Fatu Show. You will be on the Fatu Show. Don't miss the date. See you there.
We stay healthy by getting frequent medical checkups, and when we do, we choose the best trained personnel with the best facilities. Why not do the same with your car? S-Pass Motors offers world-class diagnostic checkup with Bosch equipment. Now you can treat your car like you treat yourself. Visit us today and get 50% discount on body repair and painting and 15% discount on spare parts. You can also get 50% discount on our labor charges. S-Pass Motors, we care about your car because you do.
It's the Fatu Show again, back to school kids party. It's fun, and more fun. Family time with the kids at their favorite location, Dream Park. Saturday, 6 April 2013, 3 p.m. prompt. This time, more games, rides, comic hosting, and face painting. And your favorite artists.
That's right, G the Sensation, Broke Aturinka, Chelimadi the Voice, and Manding Mori the Manding Warrior. $250 fee for the kids comes with a free drink and a free ticket for escorts.
Any extra adult pays only $150.
A day for our kids, a day with the family, a day with Fatu Show. You will be on the Fatu Show. Don't miss the date. See you there.
Kellogg